What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody, back again with another video. And oh my lord, yesterday was just a jam-packed day of content. That's right. Man, if you didn't watch any of my videos or watch any of the content, it was just fire. There was so much that happened. Our boy Phil apparently spent the podcast whining and complaining about those that mistreated him. That's right. He decided to focus on memology. Emily Watson, who was the anime girl who fried him, felted him over his Zelda playthrough, and of course, Asmongold. Oh my lord, it was just jam-packed. And let's not forget, our boy Phil, Dent streak number 5, version 5, and version 6 died before it even started. So let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Wrap.
Here I am, right? I'm trying to stream today, and as I'm streaming, it's getting progressively hotter and hotter and hotter. And I'm like, dude, how am I going to do this? And I toughed it through, but man, it wasn't a good day. Let's put it that way. Like, I know that people probably saw me raging all day, and I didn't have a good time today. I was upset most of the day because I was so hot. I didn't feel good. By the end of the first stream, I legit felt sick. Like, people were trying to talk to me, and I was like, guys, I can't talk. I can't even have a conversation right now. I don't feel good. I'm so hot. Like, people were like, well, how do you think of Terry Bogard? I was like, I can't even formulate an intelligent thought to tell you what I think about Terry Bogard right now. I feel so bad. And I had to get the fuck out of here. When the first stream ended, I had to run out of here. I mean, I'm not even kidding. I don't know how bad you have to get the heat stroke, but it was bad. Like, I was so feeling awful. And then when I walked into the hallway, it felt like I was walking into ice. Like I was walking into the North Pole because it was so nice out there compared to in this office. It was so ridiculous. So, you know, it's just stupid because, like, how long am I going to keep the air conditioner in the window of this office? It's insane. How long am I supposed to fucking keep it? It's the end of September. It's about to be October, and I need to have air conditioning in the Pacific Northwest. I just don't know what to do. All these years, people have said, get the blackout curtains. I literally bought 2 kinds of blackout curtains, and they don't work. Anyway, so let's talk about today. First of all, on today's podcast.
All right, so what do we have here? We have Phil, first of all, complaining about the weather. Can someone let me know when he moved to Death Valley, California? The dude lives in Seattle, in the Seattle region, and I'm not doxing him. Everyone knows where he lives. He said it. And on a hot day, it gets to be maybe 70 or 80 degrees. And apparently, for some reason, his house defies it defies all logic and reason. Where apparently his upstairs room gets to be like 30 degrees hotter than the rest of the house, which literally makes no sense. Phil, yes, if it's hot and you're working in that room, you could do one of 2 things. You could do one of 3 things, Phil. Here are 3 options for you. 1, you could decide to take a day off and not stream. Remember you said everything's going good, the Dents have been giving you money, you got your August paycheck and it was really good, and you're in a really good position, right? You could have decided not to work today. That would have been option 1. Option 2 would be leave the fucking AC in the house. Leave it in the house, brother. Just leave it in the fucking room. You got more than one window in that room, right? Just leave it in your room. Or go ahead and buy yourself a portable AC. Buy one of those that are transferable. You can move them to room to room. They're about $300 or $400 for a decent one. That way you have it, and if you need it, you can wheel it out of your room, and when you don't need it, you could just put it back in your closet. And lastly, the third option is, get the fuck out of that room, Phil. You live in a house, in a townhouse, with plenty of room and space. I know you have this other nook that you cleared out not too long ago that you can use for streaming. Or maybe take your ass downstairs. Or clean your fucking garage and turn your garage into a studio. All of those things you can do because you don't have any kids. You don't need your car in the garage. You're in a gated community. You have so many options. But you rather sit there and just bitch and complain and fucking blame others when solutions don't work. Everyone's been telling me for years to buy blackout curtains. I bought 2 sets and it didn't work. So it wasn't my fault, it was everyone else's fault. That's what you have here, Phil. Phil bitching and whining and complaining, but not doing anything fucking different. Just sitting there and complaining and whining and of course blaming others. Now, it's funny that these bad days always coincide when the money buff isn't working. When the money mechanic is bugged out and he doesn't get any money. When he gets tons of money, he's ripe as rain. He's happy as hell. The weather doesn't bother him. Nothing bothers him. He has his groove back. It's like 2017. But of course, When he gets zero money, which he'll talk about shortly, then there's the fucking problem. And let's not forget, he's blaming God. That's right. An act of God is why he had such a bad day today. And I got a separate video that I'm gonna fucking do, but this asshole reverted back to his, well, he reverted back to his natural ways, and he was just being another douchebag. And of course, he tries to say, well, it's not my fault that I acted like a douchebag. It was the weather. No, douchebag, it was your fault for acting like a douchebag. Anyway, let's keep going.
Podcast. We had an interesting segment where I reacted to people who have reacted to me over the years. I reacted to 2 of the kind of viral clips that went big on Twitter over the last couple of years, one of which was just from a week or 2 ago. And another one was me reacting to, well, Asmongold, as Asmongold has reacted to me before. And another was like, well, it was hilarious because there was a Destiny clip, and it says Destiny reacts to Darkseidfield reacting to stuff. Literally, Destiny just sat there the whole time staring. And he said nothing, and that was the clip. I was like, how did you clip that? He literally didn't even say a word. He didn't react. Anyway, so the podcast was actually pretty good today, pretty fun. And basically, I clipped a few things from it that I'll have go live because there is no podcast tomorrow, and I'll tell you why in a second. So I'll probably have a couple clips go live tonight, and then maybe I'll make another clip or 2, and I'll have those go live like tomorrow. But at least there'll be a few clips from the show to watch, you know, if you didn't catch the whole thing in its entirety. And then Street Fighter 6 all day. So what do I think of Terry Bogard? Let me put it this way. He has everything, but he's not good at anything. So he has fireballs, but his fireballs aren't great. He has different versions, but there's none of them are really great or serve too much of a purpose. He's got an invincible uppercut with rising tackle, but it's not nearly as good as others, right? He's got a few safe moves like timing crack shot and stuff from certain distances, but you can't really follow up with anything good after you do it. And so he's got combos, but they're not amazing combos. They're okay. You know, what I was figuring out by the end of the night was basically I was trying to figure out what are the situations where in a corner you try to like trick your opponent and then make them fake out and then do a move and do a big punish combo. And I was kind of figuring that out by the end of the night. But overall, I just don't see him being that good, and here's why. He doesn't have good rush down. He just doesn't. His standing jab seems to be his best normal, and you can't really do much off of it. I saw one person who actually did a good combo off of it, but they had to use like all of their meter. They had to burn themselves out to do it. Outside of that, everything else is just, man, it's kind of mediocre. His normals are all right, but not great. They get stuffed a lot. He's kind of like situationally, he's good. And if you play it smart, I'm sure you can win with him. But unlike the top tiers that are brain dead, you know, the Camis, the Juries, the fucking Kens, and you're the brain dead top tier of this game is so easy to play and so easy to win with by doing patterns. I don't foresee Terry Bogard being, oh, look at me destroying you and catching you in the corner and gambling with a pattern and destroying it. He doesn't have that. So because of that, I don't think he's going to hang with the top tiers at all. I feel like the top tiers will destroy him with their rush down. And then like mid tiers, he'll hang with some mid tiers, I feel. In reality, I wish I could tell you more, but here's the problem with the launch day of a new character in Street Fighter 6. Everyone played him or Cammy. Like, I'm not kidding. The entire day, it was either Terry Bogard or Cammy. And that was it. I couldn't play anyone else. And then finally, at the end of the night, I did my ranked placements, and I started playing ranked. And then I started playing a few Minos. I fought a Ryu. I think, like, one Jury. I fought an Ed. A ton more, you know, fucking Terrys. But for the most part, I didn't get much variety. And without having variety, you don't know how good he is in certain matchups. Right? You need to have those matchup knowledge, and I don't really have it because I didn't play that much variety. It sucks that it wasn't until like the last hour and a half or so that I played that I really got good comp of variety, but it took too long to get to it. So let me put it this way. I don't dislike the character. I will use him again. But I'm not feeling confident in him being like a top tier character. Like, could I get him to master? Yeah, I can. I placed 3-star diamond, and I'm climbing. Like, I got more wins than losses, so I'm climbing the ranks with him. I know that I can get him to master, but it's just a matter of like, do I really care or want to? I don't know if I like him enough to really, like, you know, play with him further than Master. If I hit Master, maybe that's my goal and I'm done. I don't know. I'll play with him more and I'll try to figure more out. You know, keep in mind, I watch no videos. I literally watch no tech at all. So I was just trying to learn on the fly from people talking to me in chat and stuff. So, and by the way, he has a bread and butter combo that seems very easy to do outside of online. But as soon as you're playing online, it won't come out. It's like in training mode, I get it every time. And then I go online, it's like, sometimes it hits perfectly and sometimes it just drops. What did I do wrong? I did exactly the same timing, exactly the same input. Drops. Also, the connections tonight were bad. Like, legit bad. Like, shows full bars and then starts going right in the middle of the match. In some matches, you claim 40, 50 milliseconds, but I'm doing stuff and it's just not happening. Like, where's the move? Everyone's stuffing me, but my moves are just not there. Like, where the fuck are they? So I think that the servers tonight were hammered because of the new people playing. And I feel like perhaps when I play again, there'll be less people playing and it won't be as big of a deal. But man, it was really annoying tonight. Like no lie, it was legit. It was very frustrating. I do hope that I can do better with him when I play again. But overall I definitely won more than I lost. I know that because as soon as I hit my 3-star diamond ranking, I started winning. I was like winning pretty much. I got like halfway through 3-star and stuff. So I know I'm winning a lot, but I don't know. I'm not feeling confident. All right. And so by the way, no.
Okay, so God. I'm sorry I let that go on for so long. I thought there was going to be a payoff, but there really wasn't. The only thing I have to say about that is stop bitching and stop fucking complaining. Stop making excuses, Phil. You're just not that good. You're just not that good. You're a 42-year-old boomer, brother. Let it go. Let it just die, man. And again, this game is over a year. It's what, a year and a half old already, and you're still playing this. The only people that are gonna play are detractors that are gunning for you, and people like you that you love to call try hard. Give it up, man. Move on to something else, Phil. I know you invested a shit ton of money into this fucking game because you thought this was going to revive your career and you were gonna stick it to the FGC. But give it up, man. You are a average player, and you should be happy with that. You milked Street Fighter as long as you could. It's time to move on, man. Stick with the drama content. That seems to be the only thing people actually will pay you for, and not so much as we're gonna hear in this segment coming up now.
Oh, we didn't even come close to hitting any goals today. I think the first stream we raised like $50, and the second stream we raised like $60. But it's like, I can't be that cheerleader, that positive reinforcing cheerleader when I feel sick and when it's so hot in here. Like, people know I wasn't myself today at all. We literally had no conversation in chat. None. Because I had to focus on the game, and I was so hot, I couldn't break myself out of that to even talk to someone. It was like a fucking jumbled mess. My head was rattled and addled. So, I do apologize to anyone who was on the streams and was expecting otherwise. I wish I could have. It just didn't happen. I am hoping that moving forward, the rest of this week won't be that bad, because I looked at the weather. It says it's supposed to be 10 to 15 degrees cooler and cloudy with rain and stuff. And I'm like, well, that's perfect then. If that's the weather, we should be fine. But man, today was a nightmare. Like, it really was. It was like worst case scenario for trying to play Street Fighter and learn a new character. And I'm trying to handle the streams and I can't. I'm just overheated and I feel like shit. So thank you to those who were there. If you watch it on demand and you like it, thank you. There will be more. I think I'm going to probably do it again Thursday night. That'll be my night stream on Thursday. I hope that maybe I can get it together a little better on Thursday and concentrate better, because it was just a nightmare today. Anyway, no podcast tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I'm appearing on the Coldaholic show, a show that they call Desert Island Graps, which is basically an interview format where they're going to ask me about 3 of my favorite wrestling matches of all time and my history with pro wrestling, but also going to talk about me and my content and stuff that's going on. So it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a fun show. It's not broadcast live. It's an offline show. They're going to put it up on their Patreon like tomorrow, but then they said the free show will go live over the weekend, like Sunday. I guess it goes on their feed. They have this show all over, Spotify, all the places you can get, these podcast shows. So that's supposed to go live over the weekend. It should be fun. When I'm done with that, I'm going to jump on and start streaming the casting of Frank Stone, which is probably going to be, I'm thinking, around 1 p.m. Pacific time. So I'll do that for about 3 hours. And then tomorrow night is going to be more WWE champions as we explore the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Week 2. There'll be new Ninja Turtles available. There'll be new stuff to do. It should be a fun night. Okay? Maybe tomorrow we can get back on track with support. Like today, it was no way I would even be able to handle it. I couldn't, again, my brain was melting. I couldn't even think. So hopefully tomorrow I'll feel a lot better. I'll be recovered. I'll be able to put out better content for you, because I know tonight it was a pain in the ass, or all day today, honestly. Okay? So everyone, thank you. Please have a good night. I appreciate you all. I'll see you all in the morning, not for the podcast, but for the casting of Frank Stone stream. Peace out and see you then.
Oh my lord, that's right, folks. Sorry to report, but Dent Streak Dent Streak 5 and 6 have died. It died before it even took off. Not even one stream did Phil manage to hit the tip goal. That's right. He got what, $50 on the first stream, and that was after doing some serious begging. And then on the night stream, he cleared $60. Now that's both tips and super chats. I'm guessing pretty soon, if our boy doesn't want to give up on this whole Dent Streak shenanigans, he's gonna start including members. And if that doesn't work, he's gonna start including likes so every like counts as $1 towards the King's coffers. So yeah, the boy's getting desperate. Like I said, Phil, you need to move on. You need to pivot, brother. You need to pivot to something different. You already beat this to death for the last, 2 months? 2 months, dude. You've milked it enough. It's time to move on to something different. It's time for you to come up with a new idea. The writing's on the wall. I mean, you're back to streaming to 300 people, which is a little bit more than you normally do. I mean, this was Street Fighter, and I think the most you ended up getting was about 380 people watching you. And most of those, of course, are the detractors. So again, a large sway of the casino folks, I think, are gone. The Kino folks, I think they're gone. They moved on. They had enough of the whole Phil resurgence and renaissance and supporting him. All he has left is a couple of those whales that are sticking around. They haven't been around for a little bit. And yeah, that's it. So he's going to have to start relying yet again on requesting money from his regulars. So OIC, Lisa Liu, who else? Jack Raxter needs to step up with support for Street Fighter, because he's been gone for a while. Ever since the Kino folks came, he hasn't been dropping that $25 dono for every Street Fighter game. So yeah, I mean, NDO, these dents that have been around for years that have been pretty quiet lately, they're gonna have to step up. They're gonna have to step up because I think our boy Phil is gonna be back to, barely, getting to $50 in support every stream. This is even worse. This is even worse than when he separated tips and super chats, because now he's counting everything. So he made $50 yesterday on his first stream. That was super chats and tips. And he wouldn't have gotten that if he didn't get, I think, he got about $25 in super chats. So that means he ended up getting what? No, he got about $35 in super chats, which means he got about $20 in tips, $15-20 in tips. Yeah, Phil's not going to be able to survive on that. The amount of spending that he's been doing and the plans that he has for this money, there's no way he can survive on that. So it should be interesting the next couple of days. We may get a BegCon. We may get an OG BegCon coming up. The black beg shirt, him talking about all these plans that he has. And how, let's stick it to the trolls. Because he already did that. He did that on 3 streams. Let's stick it to the trolls. And no one's buying that. No one's biting, let's stick it to the trolls. Because again, Phil, you can only use something so much until it gets boring and used up. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget, I'm streaming today. I'll be on at 11 o'clock. Hope to see you guys there. Peace out.